At first, they laughed. They always do. When a new alien video appears online, it usually follows the same path. Comment sections fill with jokes. Experts roll their eyes. Debunkers line up, ready to explain it away. Balloons. Drones. Camera glitches. Case closed. But this time was different. This footage didn't come from a shaky phone or a blurry night sky. It came from a fixed camera. High resolution. No dramatic music. No voiceover. Just raw, silent video. The kind that's supposed to capture nothing more than an empty landscape. Until something moved. At first glance, you almost miss it. A small shape enters the frame slowly, like it's testing the space. It doesn't blink. It doesn't flicker. It doesn't behave like anything familiar. The camera doesn't shake. The lighting doesn't change. And yet, the object is clearly there. Investigators initially treated it like every other clip. They slowed it down. Zoomed in. Enhanced contrast. Looked for signs of editing. Compression errors. Anything. They found none. What disturbed them most wasn't the object itself. It was the way it moved. No visible propulsion. No wings. No rotors. No exhaust. It didn't glide like a balloon or dart like a drone. It adjusted direction mid-motion. Smoothly. Deliberately. Almost like it was being controlled. Or like it was alive. One analyst reportedly paused the footage and said something strange. "This looks like it knows it's being watched." That comment changed the tone of the room. Because when they scrubbed through frame by frame, they noticed something unsettling. The object slows down exactly when it enters the camera's strongest focus zone. As if it senses the lens. As if it reacts to observation. That's not supposed to happen. The footage had metadata intact. Timestamps matched. Weather conditions aligned perfectly with local reports. No missing frames. No edits. And when they checked nearby surveillance cameras, something even stranger appeared. The same object from a different angle. 2 cameras. 2 locations. Same time. Same movement. That's when the laughter stopped. No official statement was released. No public conclusion was drawn. The footage quietly vanished from the original platform. Re-uploads began appearing days later, lower quality, cropped, incomplete. But people had already downloaded it. And once something like this gets out, it doesn't disappear. It spreads. Frame by frame. Forum by forum. Whisper by whisper. Soon, other clips began surfacing. Different places. Different cameras. But eerily similar behavior. Objects that didn't crash. Didn't land. Didn't communicate. They observed. And that raised a terrifying question. What if this wasn't a random sighting? What if it was part of something larger? Because if one camera caught it by accident, how many others almost did? The second video didn't go viral right away. It sat unnoticed for months. It was uploaded by a man who didn't ask for attention. No dramatic title. No claims of aliens. Just a short description, strange object seen during routine drone test. That alone should have raised alarms. The footage opens with a calm, empty sky. Blue. Cloudless. Peaceful. The drone camera is stable, floating at a legal altitude. You can hear the operator breathing softly in the background. Nothing feels staged. Then the shape appears. It enters from the left side of the frame, slow at first. Thin. Metallic. Almost needle-like. At first glance, it looks distant. But the drone's distance markers tell a different story. This object is close. Very close. And it's massive. What makes this sighting impossible isn't just what the object looks like. It's how it moves. In one clean motion, it accelerates. Not gradually. Instantly. No build-up. No curve. It jumps from slow drift to extreme speed in less than a second. Physics doesn't allow that. No human-made aircraft can survive that kind of acceleration. The G-forces alone would destroy it. And yet, the object doesn't shake. It doesn't blur. It stays perfectly intact as it changes direction again. This time at a sharp angle. Right angles in midair. That's when experts started paying attention. Several aerospace engineers analyzed the clip. Their first assumption was a camera error. But the drone's telemetry data was visible on screen. Speed. Altitude. Orientation. All normal. Only the object behaved outside known limits. One engineer noted something chilling. The object isn't reacting to air resistance. No turbulence. No wake. No disruption of clouds or particles around it. It moves as if the sky isn't even there. Then something even stranger happens. The object pauses. For half a second, it just stops. Suspended. No forward motion. No fall. No drift. The drone keeps moving, but the object stays locked in place, like it's pinned to an invisible grid. And then it moves again. Straight toward the drone. The operator gasps. His breathing changes. He whispers something under his breath, barely audible. The object grows larger in the frame. Too fast. Too controlled. It's not chasing. It's approaching. At the last moment, it veers away. Shoots upward. And disappears. Not into the distance. Not behind clouds. It vanishes. As if someone flipped a switch. Later analysis revealed another disturbing detail. The drone's compass glitches at the exact moment the object accelerates. For 3 seconds, the readings make no sense. Then everything returns to normal. No crash. No interference report. No explanation. The operator never flew his drone again. He didn't delete the video. But he stopped answering messages. Stopped posting online. And when others asked him what he thought it was, he gave the same answer every time. I don't think it was made here. And that raises an uncomfortable question. If something can move like that, what else can it do? Most people assume alien sightings happen at night. Dark skies. Poor visibility. Easy excuses. This one shattered that comfort. It was just after noon when the first call came in. A small town. Clear weather. Bright sun. No storms. No military exercises scheduled. Nothing unusual on the radar. And yet, people kept pointing upward. At first, it looked like a reflection. A trick of light. Something you'd ignore and keep walking. But the object didn't fade. It didn't drift. It stayed. Perfectly still. Someone pulled out a phone. Then another. Then dozens. Within minutes, the object was being filmed from multiple angles, by people who had no reason to fake anything. Different devices. Different settings. Same result. A silent, disc-shaped object hovering in plain sight. No blinking lights. No markings. No visible means of support. Just a smooth, metallic surface reflecting sunlight in a way that made it hard to look at directly. What unsettled witnesses wasn't fear at first. It was confusion. The kind that freezes you in place. The object wasn't behaving aggressively. It wasn't hiding. It wasn't moving. It was just there. For nearly 7 minutes. 7 full minutes of hovering in broad daylight. Local authorities were called. They arrived quickly, expecting a prank or a drone. But when they looked up, they stopped talking. One officer reportedly lowered his radio and stared without blinking. Because drones don't hover like that. There was no sound. Not even a hum. Birds avoided the area entirely. A flock flying nearby abruptly changed direction, as if hitting an invisible wall. That detail would come up later. As more people gathered, the object began to move. Slowly at first. Almost gracefully. It rotated in place, revealing a perfectly symmetrical underside. No seams. No doors. No windows. Then it tilted. And that's when panic finally set in. Phones shook. Voices rose. Someone shouted for everyone to back up, though no one knew why. The object didn't respond. It simply ascended. Straight up. No curve. No acceleration trail. Just up. Within seconds, it became a silver dot. Then nothing. Gone. What happened next made this case impossible to ignore. When videos were compared later, analysts noticed something odd. The object appeared slightly different in each recording. Not shape. Not size. Reflection. As if it was interacting with each camera individually. Light bending differently. Surface responding to angle. Almost like it was adapting. And then there were the missing files. 2 witnesses reported their recordings corrupted. Another said their phone overheated and shut down mid-recording. One device factory reset itself without warning. No explanation was ever given. Local officials released a short statement calling it an unidentified aerial phenomenon and advised the public not to speculate. But speculation was already out of control. Because this wasn't one person in the dark. This was hundreds of people. In the sun. Watching the same impossible thing. And if it was willing to be seen, why leave at all? This footage is hard to watch. Not because it's blurry. Because it's too clear. It begins inside a car parked on the side of a rural road. The engine is off. The camera is steady. You can hear insects. Wind moving through trees. Normal sounds. Calm sounds. Then the light changes. At first, it looks like headlights approaching. A soft glow spills across the dashboard. But there's no engine sound. No road noise. Just silence. The camera holder rolls down the window. That's when the shape appears. It's close. Much closer than any other sighting before it. No sky. No distance. Just a dark, vertical form standing near the tree line, no more than 20 feet away. Tall. Thin. Still. The figure doesn't reflect light like a person. It absorbs it. The edges are visible, but the surface remains featureless. No face. No eyes. No movement. And yet, the camera holder whispers something chilling. It's looking at me. The figure doesn't step forward. It doesn't retreat. It simply shifts. Not walking. Not floating. Shifting. As if space itself adjusts around it. That's when the camera shakes. Breathing becomes heavy. The operator's heart is audible now, pounding through the microphone. You can hear the fear rising, raw and uncontrolled. The figure tilts its head. That single movement breaks something inside the viewer. Because it's not random. It's reactive. It mirrors human curiosity. Observation recognizing observation. For 3 seconds, nothing happens. Then the lights go out. The screen goes black, but the audio continues. Static. A low, distorted hum. The kind that vibrates rather than sounds. The operator gasps, scrambling for the door handle. And then, silence. When the video returns, the angle has changed. The camera is on the ground outside the car. The door is open. The road is empty. No figure. No lights. Just wind. Investigators later noted something strange. The timestamp jumps forward by nearly 4 minutes. No footage. No explanation. No memory from the person who recorded it. They couldn't remember leaving the car. Medical scan showed elevated stress markers consistent with extreme trauma. But no injuries. No signs of struggle. Just confusion. And one repeating statement. It felt like it was too close to hide. The area was searched. No footprints. No radiation spikes. No disturbances. Just silence. And then there was the camera itself. The internal clock was permanently damaged. The lens showed signs of heat exposure, localized in a tight circular pattern. As if something had been inches away. Watching. This wasn't something in the sky. This wasn't distant. This was an encounter. And it begs a disturbing question. If it can stand that close, how often has it already done so? These videos weren't leaked by accident. They weren't found on social media first. And they were never supposed to reach the public. They came from military-grade sensors. Infrared. Radar. Thermal imaging. Systems designed to track fast-moving threats in hostile airspace. The kind of equipment that doesn't get confused easily. The first clip appears ordinary. A thermal view of the sky. Clouds drifting. Heat signatures faint and distant. Pilots are speaking calmly, professionally, as they monitor the screen. Then something locks on. A bright, cold shape appears against the thermal background. It's colder than the air around it. Colder than the clouds. That alone makes no sense. One pilot leans forward. His voice changes. What is that? The object begins to move. Not fast. Not slow. Controlled. Precise. It mirrors the aircraft's turns without changing altitude. When the jet accelerates, the object keeps pace effortlessly. No afterburner. No heat trail. And then the radar confirms it. The object isn't one contact. It's multiple. Grouped. Coordinated. Moving as a unit. That's when the tension spikes. The pilots request identification. No response. They attempt to reposition for a better angle. The object responds instantly, shifting position as if anticipating the maneuver. Someone mutters, "It's ahead of us." That shouldn't be possible. Military analysts later confirmed the object wasn't using known propulsion. It didn't break the sound barrier, yet it exceeded supersonic speeds. It didn't climb or dive traditionally. It didn't behave like any aircraft in the global inventory. Then the clip cuts. The second leaked video is worse. This one shows a night vision feed from a stationary platform. The ocean below is calm, Dark. Empty. Then the sensor picks up a heat anomaly rising from the water. Something comes out of the sea. No splash. No steam. No disturbance. It rises straight up, accelerates, and disappears into the clouds in under 2 seconds. The operator whispers a single word. Impossible. After these leaks surfaced, official responses were vague. No denials. No confirmations. Just statements about unidentified aerial phenomena and ongoing investigations. But behind closed doors, something changed. Training protocols were updated. Reporting procedures were revised. Pilots were instructed to log encounters without discussing them openly. And perhaps the most telling detail of all? None of the leaked footage was ever proven fake. No editing artifacts. No mismatched data. No alternate explanations offered. Just silence. Because if these cameras are telling the truth, then whatever is out there isn't hiding anymore. It's operating in restricted airspace, testing boundaries, and maybe watching how we respond. One camera can lie. A glitch. A trick of light. A coincidence. But multiple cameras telling the same story? That's when things fall apart. This event happened over a crowded urban area. Traffic cameras. Security systems. Private rooftops. Dozens of lenses pointed in different directions, owned by people who didn't know each other, recording for completely different reasons. None of them were looking for aliens. The first clip shows a quiet intersection at night. Streetlights glow. Cars pass. Nothing unusual. Then a shadow sweeps across the road. Too fast to be a cloud. Too sharp to be a bird. A security camera 2 blocks away catches it next. A dark object sliding between buildings, perfectly silent. It doesn't reflect city lights the way metal should. It absorbs them, leaving a moving patch of darkness against the sky. Then another angle appears. This one is from a rooftop camera. Higher resolution. Clearer view. The object is shaped like a flattened triangle, edges faintly glowing. It rotates as it moves, adjusting its orientation to the environment. Not drifting. Navigating. As the clips are synced together, something disturbing becomes obvious. The object appears in each camera at exactly the right moment. No gaps. No teleporting. It follows a smooth, intelligent path through the city. And then comes the moment that chills everyone. One camera captures the object stopping midair, directly above a residential building. It hovers there for several seconds. During that time, lights flicker inside nearby apartments. Wi-Fi connections drop. Car alarms briefly activate and then fall silent. Residents later report the same sensation. Pressure in the ears. A sudden headache. A feeling of being watched. Then the object moves again. Straight up. Another camera, miles away, catches the ascent. The same object, same shape, same glow, climbing faster than any helicopter, faster than any drone. Gone in seconds. When analysts mapped the footage, they realized something terrifying. The object's path wasn't random. It avoided certain areas. Restricted zones. Sensitive infrastructure. Places it shouldn't know about. Unless it already did. No official explanation was given. City authorities blamed electrical disturbances. Private companies quietly upgraded their camera systems. But the footage remains. Frame after frame. Angle after angle. The same impossible thing, moving with purpose through a human city. And if it can pass through that many cameras without hiding, It wasn't afraid of being seen. At first, the experts were confident. They always are. Video analysts, physicists, aviation specialists, visual effects artists. All brought in to do the same thing, explain the unexplainable. Their job wasn't to believe. It was to tear these clips apart. And for a while, they tried. They tested every theory. Advanced drones. Experimental aircraft. Optical illusions. Atmospheric plasma. Even classified military tech. Each explanation sounded reasonable until it didn't. Because none of them fit all the data. One analyst pointed out that the acceleration profiles were wrong. Too smooth. Too controlled. Another noted the absence of heat signatures where heat should absolutely exist. A visual effects expert recreated the scenes using top-tier software. His conclusion was blunt. If this is fake, it's better than anything done in Hollywood. That statement changed the conversation. Instead of public debates, discussions moved behind closed doors. Instead of confident explanations, responses became careful. Vague. Non-committal. Then something strange happened. Experts stopped commenting altogether. Channels that once uploaded detailed breakdowns went quiet. Blog posts were deleted. Analysis threads were locked. Not corrected. Removed. One researcher later admitted, anonymously, that continuing felt unwise. Not dangerous. Not illegal. Unwise. Another said he was advised to focus on more productive topics. No threats. No warnings. Just subtle pressure. And then there were the anomalies no one wanted to address. Time distortion near the objects. Electromagnetic interference. Biological reactions in witnesses. These weren't claims from internet forums. They were documented effects, quietly acknowledged and then ignored. One aerospace consultant said something chilling during a private panel. The problem isn't that we don't know what they are. It's that we don't know why they behave the same way. Across different continents. Different years. Different cameras. Same movement patterns. Same silent hovering. Same sudden acceleration. Consistency is the enemy of coincidence. At some point, debunking stopped being about facts. It became about comfort. About maintaining the idea that humans control the sky. And these clips threatened that idea. Because if they're not fake, and not ours, then someone else has been here. Watching. Measuring. And maybe waiting. There is a reason these videos feel connected. Even when they come from different countries. Different years. Different cameras. Because when researchers finally stopped asking what these objects were, and started asking how they behaved, a pattern emerged. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every convincing sighting follows the same quiet rules. First, the objects appear during moments of low expectation. Routine flights. Empty roads. Normal days. Not during chaos. Not during disasters. Almost like they avoid noise. Second, they never announce themselves. No sound. No warning. No aggression. They don't arrive like invaders. They arrive like observers. Slipping into view, staying just long enough to be noticed, then leaving before anyone can react. Third, they respond to attention. When cameras lock on, they adjust. When jets approach, they reposition. When crowds gather, they depart. It's not random movement. It's awareness. That detail alone changes everything. Because awareness implies intent. Across all footage, there is no sign of exploration. No scanning beams. No landing attempts. No attempts to communicate. These objects don't behave like explorers. They behave like surveyors. They measure. They observe. They leave. And perhaps the most disturbing pattern of all? They never repeat the same mistake. If one object is captured clearly from a certain angle, future sightings avoid that angle. If radar tracks a maneuver, the next encounter uses a different one. It's as if something is learning, adapting. This leads to a question no official report dares to ask. What if these sightings aren't random visits? What if they're check-ins? Monitoring technological progress. Monitoring military response. Monitoring how quickly humans notice patterns. Because over time, one final trend becomes clear. The sightings are increasing. Not dramatically. Not obviously. Just enough to be noticed by those who are paying attention. More cameras. More sensors. More encounters. Closer. Longer. Almost like the distance is shrinking. And that leaves us with an uncomfortable possibility. What if the reason these are the most convincing sightings is because they're meant to be? Not proof of existence, but preparation. Preparation for a moment when hiding is no longer necessary. Because if something has been watching us this closely, for this long, then the real mystery isn't whether aliens exist. It's why they've waited.